Can we do it?
Hello and welcome to Let Me Ask My Sister, the podcast where we overthink life so you don't have to. We're your hosts, Aoife and...
Saraka! So pull up a seat, siblings, and let me ask you this. Aoife, how many episodes is this?
25, baby! Boom! Do you just have a stash of party poppers? I kind of.
It went out behind the laptop. My view, I had to say, was spectacular. 25. And do we think, our lovely siblings, that we did the prep for this 25th episode extravaganza and we have loads of things planned?
Of course we do. So much in store for you, my loves. No,
the answer is no.
So here's where we're at. And I actually think this is this podcast going out tomorrow.
She's
So
turning
that
it
is
around
gonna
today, baby.
Big old turnaround. So you're getting our actual live life. We are back we're back at work after the Easter holidays. So parents everywhere are rejoicing that schools are back open. Except not in the UK, because they're not all open in the UK, right? Some of them have that extra week.
So a lot of them take it like their last day at school would be Holy Thursday or whatever that is.
Holy Thursday, what's that?
So the day before Good Friday. So the way we end the week before and Easter's in the middle. They start with Easter and they end.
Interesting.
How was it though? You said your 5-year-old was a little angel.
He was great, to be fair. He's at a lovely little stage. And I remember, Circa, you calling this out because I think maybe rewind maybe a year and a half ago when my youngest was so cute and adorable and so much fun and everyone just wanted to talk to him and play with him whenever we'd have relatives over, and my oldest would be kind of annoying and like I can say this like so
I never said anything about
we love them. But I remember you saying, well, like, you know, fast forward to a while and your youngest will take the place of being the whiny kind of annoying one and your oldest will be at a really cute little stage, and we're there. He is so nice, so funny. He's like a good little conversationalist in his own little way. Obviously, he just wants to talk about Pokemon and farts and stuff. But, like, you know, he can hold that chat.
Really has some progressive theories on farts these days. Like, I have to say, open my mind to the whole world again.
He loves, if you want to tell him a story, he loves to hear it. So, like, Mom loves to talk about when she goes for a lovely dinner, she loves to give you the lowdown on what she's eating.
Yes,
he loves to hear it, and he will ask so many questions about it. It's so cute,
so curious.
And then my youngest is just a little bit of a nightmare, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, he was in crash, that was great, so I had lots of one-on-one time with my oldest, which is really sweet. For balance though, he did get to the point of he's sick at you, like, Mom, you're boring now. He's ready to go back to school for sure. So yeah, it wasn't all sweetness and light. We did have some road bumps. But how you did not have children to mind over Easter?
I didn't have children to. So I mean, it's the same. Tim did the marathon yesterday, Brighton Marathon.
Woohoo! Go on, Tim.
Whoop, whoop. You look surprised there for a second.
We have been talking about this earlier.
Yes, we have been.
No, well, I was surprised though because I completely forgot that he was doing it. You told me last week that the marathon had crept up on him, and then I plumb forgot. You told me that his uncle was over, and I was like, oh, that's nice. Jamie's gone over to visit. Like, forgot that Jamie's the marathon man
runner. Yeah. So did you say plumb forgot? What's a plumb forgot?
That's a thing to say.
That's
no,
not a thing. No. What?
No?
I plumb forgot.
I plumb forgot. No,
Apple remembers. Like, what does that mean?
Apple remembered makes no sense, Erga.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Okay.
Apple remembers. You can't
say whatever
plumb
you want.
Forgot and then be like,
plumb forgot.
I have no idea what that means.
Plumb forgot. That is a thing to say.
You can keep repeating yourself. Still makes no sense. Okay, you know what? Let us know if you know what plumb forgot is. Send us a DM. Let me ask my sister pod.
If you just plumb forgot, that's okay too.
Boo. Yeah, no, they did really, really well. So Jamie, Tim's uncle, came over. This was his 30th marathon.
Fucking hell.
3-0.
That's bananas.
It is bananas. The man needs to slow down.
He needs a hobby.
This is it. So yes, it was his 30th one. So they did it together down in Brighton, which was lovely. And obviously we have friends down there, so it was great to like stay down there and see them.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then Jamie was like, it's a great way to see a city that I haven't been to, you know, because you see it all. He's like, I bet I've seen more of Brighton than you have. I was like, oh, pretty sure.
I think I've seen all the good places.
Yeah, exactly. They are both out at brunch right now wearing their marathon t-shirts and marathon medals.
Obviously.
To try get free. Yeah, to try get free stuff and to get attention. So they are exactly what you think they are.
I feel like they might get the attention, maybe not the free stuff, because people be like, who cares?
Oh my God, I saw the best sign though that I've ever seen in a marathon. It was these big, like a woman spreading her legs. And it was a cutout in the middle, and you put your head through the cutout, and it says, keep pushing.
That's so good.
It was brilliant.
I was going to ask you, what did you do for the whole time? Because did you go down with them or did you follow them down?
I went down with them and I was run ragged trying to keep track of them. I have to say, I put in more of the legwork, I think, across the entire day.
Took around 2 marathons yesterday.
Up at the crack of dawn I was to make sure they had their porridge. Because he was under strict instructions to not get an injury.
To get injured.
Exactly. I was like, I don't care. Just come back in one piece. Because he's scoliosis. So I'm like, if you hurt your back.
He's
like,
got scoliosis?
Yeah.
What? That's new information.
Yeah. He's got a bendy back. So if he damages it, he does, like, he slants, like, he's like a little teapot. He does properly slant.
Dear.
So, yeah. So I was like, you cannot hurt your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is for me, not for you.
How does it impact you? I want to know.
Oh, he's such a whine about it. Like, he's...
Okay, fair. I am immediately on your
anything.
side. So, do you remember when Owen injured his back right after my youngest was born?
Yes, I do actually.
What an asshole.
Such an attention seeker. You pushed a human out of you and he's like, my back.
Yeah. I have to have an injury too. So, we potty trained over Easter, the Easter break, as you know. But we had started it before. We did it in, oh my God, in hindsight, what the hell was I thinking? We did it the week that my oldest was starting school. So,
oh yeah.
What was I thinking? Like, why did I do? I think my thought process was because, like, you want to do it at a time where you can spend a lot of time at home, but and so I think all of, like, the summer was just busy and whatnot. So then, then we were back at home starting school also, because he was starting kind of later in the mornings. I think they start the junior infants like later than the rest of the schools. They're not overwhelmed going in at the same time as everyone. So I think that was kind of in my head going, oh, we're not going to be rushing out. So for the first little while. But anyway, that first weekend, rewinding back to September, went so well until it didn't. So first day, of course, there was accidents because we just let him be Winnie the Pooh with, like, just wearing a top and no pants. So of course there's accidents. But then he copped on so fast. He was getting all his wheeze and poos in the potty. He was doing so well. I was honestly like, this is 10 times easier than the 3 times that we did it with my oldest. But then the next day, day 3, he was just like, no, not doing this anymore. And just refused to sit on the potty. So then I kind of thought, okay, maybe we'll have better success when he goes to creche, and, like, it's a different environment. It's not me suggesting he goes to the potty, it's his teachers. Anyway, I told them the situation, and then they emailed me pretty quickly going, no, he's holding it. He's not going. So we were just like, yeah. So we were just like, okay, look, let's just go back to nappies. We'll do this again. Yeah. So then we put a pin in it and decided, actually, I thought we'd do it a bit sooner, but anyway, we didn't for whatever reason. I can't remember. So anyway, did it again over Easter, and he, like, because he's 3 now, he's got so many opinions. He knows he can say no. Like, he knows he can push back. It comes with so many more obstacles. But he's doing okay.
Go on.
Yeah, it was on Friday. I thought we were doing so well because he started to come to us and tell us, like, he needed less prompting to go. He even went in creche, which is great. And then Saturday, I know the wheels all just came off. He started shitting his pants again.
Buddy.
It's like he's just plumb forgot how to go.
Not a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. Sometimes it takes kids long to learn.
Yeah, you know this.
Why do I know this?
Well, you maybe don't remember.
Me a long time
It took a minute. I'd actually completely forgotten this. One of my friends reminded me that I told her this story.
We don't need to share.
We don't need to share.
What is it?
Well, you're in charge of the edit.
Yeah,
exactly.
This whole section's getting cut. What are you saying?
Did you see the news story this week of the dog sitting in the car and beeping the horn at his owner in the shop?
Did yes.
Yeah. So I didn't
go in
see
socks.
it. Yeah, go in socks.
Give it a
This
socks.
is a saying I don't know. Yeah, there you go. He's really cute though. He fully looks like he's like, come on, get out.
Do you think he knew it, or was he like, oh, squeaky toy?
I know. I wonder, is this something that he does? I need to know more. But I think it's so hilarious how much has been picked up by like all these different news sites in the US. Like it was on CBS, Fox, People.com even reported on it.
People love a news dog story though, like that. One of the dog pack who were on their way home was a huge thing.
But you know that wasn't real.
Well, it was real. The dogs were all there, but it wasn't. They weren't lost, and there wasn't a leader of the pack. It's like a pack that all hang out together normally.
Yeah, it wasn't a pack. Yeah. It wasn't like a homeward bound situation.
Because where was that? Where was the dog thing again?
Yeah, I think it was Japan or China. I think it was China. Yeah.
Do you see the other thing that's gone viral in China?
No, what?
That Kris Jenner is like, Red Note, which is like, have you seen this?
Sorry, I don't know what Red Note is. Tell me. But yeah, that Kris Jenner has gone. Oh, she's like meme. She's a meme.
Yeah,
yeah.
In China, so Red Note is like a social media app, and Kris Jenner is like fully viral. So they have her like on, the classic Windows display of the like Teletubby
like the
land
background.
essentially. Yeah, and it's like, Kris Jenner is like in the sun, and it's like slay, keep rich. You're doing amazing,
so
sweetie.
Funny.
And there's loads of different versions of Kris that you can choose to be your profile photo, like her in loads of different costumes, and they're all
That is so hilarious. Why did they only just learn about Kris Jenner? Like, what's going on? Why? I feel like this could have happened,
I don't
15
know.
years ago.
Years
so
ago.
funny.
I have no idea why it's just picked up, but she was also like loads of the marathon signs were pictures of Kris Jenner just being like, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." Over the weekend.
That's so funny.
She's fully lifting off. Is she still looking after Britney?
I don't know. Actually, I was going to ask you about that. You have the Britney updates.
Well, she did apparently voluntarily check herself into rehab or a recovery centre yesterday, allegedly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, voluntarily.
Where?
So we'll see. I don't know. That's all the news I have from my sources today. I'll keep you updated on Britney Watch, but as long as she's okay. Something else I saw viral though. I'm on my viral buzz.
Yeah.
Because we haven't caught up for 2 weeks. So do you know what's happening outside mum life?
Do you know, I don't. I feel like I haven't really had too much of a chance. I've got a few questions that I need to ask you.
All right, go. What are your questions?
I was going to ask you about MAFS because I watched one episode. And yeah, go on. Tell me.
What episode did you watch?
I watched the most recent dinner party one. So is the one after? Was it after the big fallout?
Was
so there was a
with
new
the
couple.
gay couple there?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
they had
cool.
they'd been introduced.
That wasn't the craziest episode.
Has there been more crazy since?
Crazy. Well, so sorry if you don't know MAFS, it's called it's Married at First Sight. It's where a group of people get paired up by producers, and then they get married at first sight. And it used to be a dating show. I would say now it is just absolute carnage. Like, none of these people are well matched. A lot of these people shouldn't even be on TV. This is MAFS Australia. A lot of people shouldn't even be in this position because the producers are just wringing these people out for as much content as possible, and they are so drunk. Like, they are shit-faced drunk. They can bear, like, they're in their little interviews one-on-one, and they're like, I just think, like, and they're kind of swaying, and they're like really slow blinking, and you're just like, you shouldn't. That's a you don't. You have a duty of care to your contributors that you are not matching.
I really thought that was like a standardized rule across reality TV, that they're not allowed to be drunk. They're allowed to have like a drink.
It is, but that's it. Here, I think. Well, so I know with, like, let's take Love Island as an example. Again, this is just what I've heard. I don't know if any of this is true. But the first season, when you go on, you're like a newbie to reality TV. You can have 2 drinks a night. So they can't really get drunk, and they're in those like small prosecco glasses, so they're not like big wine cups. But the thing is about that is, because people want to get more drunk and feel a buzz, a lot of them don't eat. So that is something that the producers also need to take into consideration, because they need to feed, they need to eat. So that's a whole other thing. But then in Love Island All Stars, they're able to have a couple more, because they know what it is to be in a reality TV show. They know what they're signing up to a bit. They're a bit more experienced, so it's a bit more in your balls in your court sort of thing.
Do you know? Yeah, I was gonna say, well, like, people who go on Love Island, or people who are chosen for reality TV these days, have a social profile, so they're no stranger to the spotlight. You know?
But it's different. Like, the whole. So I think we do need to do a MAFS episode when I know more drama's meant to come, because I have a MAFS correspondent for you. Basically, a friend of a friend knows the chick Mel. If you know Mel, I don't think you would have seen her. I think she's gone by the time you got in. But she was with,
I haven't watched any more of it, by the way.
That's okay. She was with the guy called Luke. And
I did see them
in the season. Oh, did you?
I think so.
No, they were gone with the new couples.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It is such an outrageous commitment. It's so long, that episode, that one that I watched. There's so many episodes.
There is so many episodes. They're all so long. A lot of them are boring. I think you can watch. Commitment ceremonies are really good, because they just get rinsed for all the stuff at the dinner party, and the dinner parties tend to be really good. And then the bits in between are a little bit boring, but I think because of that, they're just trying to get the dinner party scenes to be. Sorry, I need to give an explanation of MAFS. So at MAFS, they all get married at first sight, then they go on honeymoons, and then they live in the same apartment buildings with their partners. And then the aim is that they eventually will stay married. Now, in season 1, there's a fair few people. Season 1 through 3, all over the world, there are loads of like married couples with children. Like, it really did work. But in recent years, it's less and less and less so, because it's more about the producers will pick who's on the show, and the experts will match who the producers have chosen. So, like, there's not like one of the guys two of the guys they have on this season in particular are like out and out sexist. Like, they really are, and they're
doing it for the shock factor. It's like,
exactly.
So I feel like, so what's the new one? Age of Attraction, is that the new one?
Yes.
Yeah. So when there's a new concept, that draws people in, and people are intrigued by this concept, but that's enough intrigue to get people watching, get people talking. But then that gets a bit boring, so then we need something a bit more interesting, which is outrageous personalities coming in and being paired with an equally outrageous personality that just doesn't mesh. So
But I think you'll find, like, look, obviously ratings have shown that people like to watch chaos, and it's a whole thing to talk about around the water cooler. Like, people love to watch chaos. But I think, as we've seen time and time again, people also love to watch love and fun. We've seen this with the traders, and I think between the UK and then the US and Australia tend to verge more on the side of chaos drama and a little bit of stirring the pot from producers, whereas even like you could see that with Drag Race versus Drag Race UK. The queens on Drag Race UK are so nice, so calm. When they did the new season of Drag Race UK versus the world, all the American queens were like, you guys are like, everyone was commenting on just how nice they were, and the difference between the two shows. And I think we've seen this with the traders as well. Like, that is just wholesome fun. There's a bit of tension, sure, but nothing is extreme. No one's mean to each other. There's no drama. There's a little bit of like sneakiness, but everyone's very kind. And even like MAFS UK, there's again tiny bit of drama, but you're in it for the like will they won't they element of it. So I think I'd love to. I genuinely do wonder if this will be the last season of MAFS Australia, because one of the experts, Mel, sadly passed away in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, she had a battle with cancer. Which she unfortunately lost. So I know they're still filming.
That's so sad.
MAFS UK in the middle.
Was she on the show at the very start?
So MAFS Australia was already filmed. I think she was starting. Yeah, so that was already done. She was starting MAFS UK, but then I think very early on, one of the other experts ended up taking over.
That's so sad.
I know. So I do think it is maybe a natural time for them to end that show. Because the legacy of it is just awful. Like,
how many series are there?
This is season 13.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And even your one Mel, who and if you know what MAFS, who was with Luke, who's now left, who's a friend of a friend, she had said allegedly that like she just got such an awful edit, and that she felt like she was Australia's like public enemy number one. And anywhere she was going, she was just getting this hurled at abuse. But to give you the context of what happened, so it's Married at First Sight. And in that first episode, the groom's obviously at the top of the altar, the bride will walk down, and that's where they see each other. Now, in the little bits, their interviews beforehand when they get ready, the producer said to the groom, oh, and here are the rings for you. I'm giving you the rings, don't forget them. And he's like, okay. Obviously, he is getting married to a stranger. He's on reality TV for the first time ever. He has all these cameras in his face. He forgets the rings. The producer obviously knows this. And they are halfway to the ceremony. And she says, where are the rings? And he's like, I don't have the rings. I thought you had the rings. And they were like, no, I gave you the rings. And then they show this clip of the producer saying, here are the rings, don't forget them. And they have to go back to collect them. So he's 10 minutes late now for the ceremony.
Oh no.
And rather than holding the ceremony 10 minutes, they let her walk up the aisle to no one.
Oh God.
So she's there so embarrassed in front of all the family, in front of all the friends. She's also this chick who like, she comes across as really sweet, maybe a little bit naive. And I do think that is true kind of throughout the season. She does just seem to kind of go with the flow. She looks a bit like a deer in headlights. And like she wants her pink and she wants the blue to her pink, which is her way of saying like, she's like, I just want the blue to my pink. So pink is like fluffy and lovely and blue is masculine, whatever. And she's like, this is not blue. He rocks up late. Then also he's nervous. He's chewing gum through his vows, and she's just like, I can't do it. And he doesn't really apologize properly. And he doesn't, to be fair, he doesn't handle the situation very well. I think the best thing he could have done is like, look, I'm really sorry. I forgot this. I thought the producer was in charge. Can we start afresh? And I'll promise, like, I'll make things up to you, whatever. But then they just got off with a rocky start from the beginning. Yeah,
but even who's thinking that clearly? Like you said, like he's on reality TV for the first time.
Yeah.
He's got all these cameras. Like, it's really hard. It's really hard to think that clearly, you know, when that's not happening, you know?
Yes.
Like, it's kind of easier to come back to a situation and go, okay, this is what happened.
Precisely.
But in the moment, it's really hard. I can only imagine how much harder when people are shoving cameras in your face.
1 million cameras pointed at you.
Yeah.
And every aspect of your wedding day, like everything else.
It's not a real wedding though, right? It's not a real wedding.
Well, that's what they go into it being like. It's like it's your wedding. And then at the end they decide if they want to stay together. But like I don't think they're officially married at the beginning.
Yeah. It's like it's a ceremony. It's not legal.
Yeah.
Okay,
otherwise, they would contribute to a significant amount of the divorce. But one of the other contestants from last year when this all happened, he came out and said a very, very similar thing happened to me on MAFS. The producer, so obviously you're there chatting with the producer on the day. So a lot of your first times meeting a lot of people. And a lot of the time when you're chatting with the producer, no one's filming. And he clocked that when he was chatting with the producer and the producer was handing him the ring saying, these are your rings, don't forget them, a camera was filming him. And he was like, that's a bit weird. Are they trying to set me up here to forget the rings? I'm going to make sure I have them. But obviously this guy, Luke, didn't clock that. So the guy from last year came forward and was like, this is 100% a setup. They set up this couple for failure, for him to forget and for her to walk down the aisle to no one.
Because they know that she would, that's her, like, that's her worst nightmare, is that it's not the typical feminine thing that you walk down the aisle to no one. And of course that's disappointing, because then you're like, oh fuck, no one, like, they decided not to marry me and now I'm not in this show. It would be your I would imagine that would be my thought process anyway.
Yeah. Of who, like, who is he? Where is this is what I was imagining. I'm putting my whole life on the line here. And I'm putting myself in front of everybody. And then obviously you have her going, and he does at the, like, in that first episode, you're like, you idiot, like, and then he's chewing gum and everything, and then he's chewing gum through her vows, like, I know,
it grosses me out.
It is gross.
Yeah.
And then during his vows, he realizes he has the gum and takes it out and gives it to his sister. So again, like a whole other, just like, it's all very gross.
It's a bad
and weird.
Look. Yeah.
It's a bad look. So you're kind of on her side, but then she can't let it go. But obviously she has producers most likely in her ear saying like, isn't this bad? It's not what you wanted. So then she kind of is just like, you know what, this isn't for me. And she doesn't give him a chance. But then the edit is painting her out to be this really, really horrible person. And she doesn't give him a chance. And she probably could have had a little bit of cop on and realized I'm on a reality show here. I'm gonna need to behave.
They're not picking people who are gonna have that cop on. They're picking people for the show. Exactly. I always go back to the show Unreal. Like, they are there pulling the strings.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened to this chick. And I just like, that's not. It feels mean. It feels like you're watching a prank show. Like, you're setting, it's not Married at First Sight. It's not taking it seriously. It's setting up people for failure. And it's such a disappointment to see in a show. It's just mean being mean. So I'm going to continue watching this season because it's absolute chaos. And I'm just so invested already. But I think I'm done with it.
I was going to ask, so what is it that you enjoy about watching it though? Because previously you have loved it. We haven't really chatted so much about this season.
Do you know what? Tim really loves it.
Oh, hilarious.
Tim loves reality TV.
Does he?
All over reality TV. Yeah. It's a good switch off, I suppose. Yeah. So he really likes it. I did not
pick that for Tim.
Yeah. Loves the old reality TV. Reality TV and documentaries. All he watches.
It's all a form of reality, I suppose.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. I just want to know what's happening. Even books, actually, fiction books he doesn't like.
There you go.
He's just living in his imagination the whole rest of the time. He wants to be in touch with the real world. But yeah, I think we just kind of watch it together, and it is kind of interesting. So there's a bit of drama. Will they? Won't they? It's also switch off television.
This is it. It's switch off TV. I watched one series or maybe two series of Love Island because everyone is talking about it at work, and that's what makes it fun. And then, also Owen, like, he got as invested as me because also, like, people were talking about it at work. But yeah, I've never really got drawn in to reality shows.
It is the chat about it. That's what makes it fun.
It's the chat,
and there's a lot of chat about this, obviously, because it's so, they're so mean, and everyone's quite surprised about just how mean this season is. Yeah.
So, which is the one? So there's one woman who's just stirring the pot, and like she just had the most negative energy. She was just being mean to everyone, and everything was negative. She seemed to hate everyone.
Was this Beck?
Yes.
Yeah. So you've seen
What's
two
her
episodes
deal?
ago. Oh, this
What's
is a
wrong with her?
whole other thing. This is just
like there's something wrong with that woman.
This
like,
is a
why is she
catch-up episode.
Yeah.
So, Beck, bless her, is, again, my views of it, is so insecure And she's come in to think like, basically she lost loads of weight, and she talks about that a lot. And I think she has this whole hang up that she's not as beautiful as these other girls, and that her husband fancies all these other girls instead.
Okay.
And from the get-go doesn't think that she's good enough for him. So she's very insecure about this. Then
Did she say this?
She doesn't say it in those words, but she talks about this a lot, that I think anyone can pick up, like, oh babe, like, she shouldn't be on the fucking show, is the thing. Sorry. I'm conscious that mum told me I wasn't allowed to curse as much.
Yeah. She told me too. I don't think mom's going to listen to this, and this is boring for mom.
Yeah, probably.
I kind of wonder how interesting is this
for everyone else?
Maybe.
If you're into MAFS, I think if you're into MAFS. But then anyway, so she, like, then apparently her husband said to this other chick, like, you're more my type.
That's
and then,
what it was. And now that makes more sense.
Yeah, and then then he immediately, like, gaslit her, and he was like, why would you ever believe that? I can't even talk to you if you believe that over me. Like, I asked someone who's ride or die. You're not my ride or die. You've known each other for 2 weeks. That's not how you get a ride or die. It's trust and, like, and time.
You have to build.
Yeah.
You can't just immediately become someone's ride or die. That's so funny.
And I think he thinks he's coming across so well in this. And to be fair, parts of it does. But you're like, you are clearly playing the game. You do not fancy this woman.
Sorry, this is Beck's husband.
Want to stay in it. This is Beck's husband. Yeah,
he did not come across well.
Yeah.
That episode I watched. Yeah. He didn't really come across. He kind of came across like he doesn't have any spine or personality. He was very much doing whatever Beck would say.
Yeah.
And she was like, she came across vile. I was like, there's something wrong with her.
I know.
Like, why is she being, she came in, she's just being mean to everyone. Oh my God.
Yeah, she was being so mean. But there was worse stuff than that before. And there's still more to come. So that's MAFS.
Yeah, that's MAFS, yeah.
That's MAFS. That's what you missed out there. Let's see how we edit that one down. And the last viral thing, have you seen Kids Court?
Sorry, I saw that very briefly. I haven't looked into it too much. My understanding is that if cars are speeding or whatever near their school, they get to not sentence them, but like the people have to go in front of the kids and explain themselves.
Yes, they have the option of either taking the penalty points or paying a fine, or there's something, or going to Kids Court.
It sounds a bit like a reality TV concept, doesn't it?
It does. And there's some videos
make
of
a good TV show.
It would make a brilliant TV show. Because there's some clips of it. Obviously, like, loads of news stories are following it. It's all in this local town. The local guards have come up with it. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Brilliant.
So there's a bunch of kids who are on the court, and they come in. I think it's like once a month or something. Anyone who comes in speeds comes down, sits down, and the kids look at them and say, "Did you know that speeding, like, you could have? What if you hit me and killed me?"
I mean,
and now, to be fair, the only clips I've seen are of men, but these men are like, I mean, like, obviously, you know, you shouldn't, but like, it's something about hearing it directly from a kid. Like, I'm genuinely, he's like, I'm never going to speed again. I actually feel so awful.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
They should also do that for catching people on their phones.
Yes, they should.
Yeah, not just speeding.
Just a bunch of kids. But how traumatic is it for the kids? Like, to be like, you could kill me.
Oh dear.
It's a great idea though. It's so Irish. It's such an Irish thing to do. It's like, you know what? Don't do it
Where
again.
is it? Is it up in Donegal?
It was in Tyrone.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Very, very nice.
I love it. It's such a great idea. I would like, it's nowhere really speeds. No, you can't really speed around where my kids' schools are. But you can drive dangerously, obviously.
Yeah, don't be doing that.
So yeah, it's a great idea. Bring it in everywhere.
But have you gotten the chance to read, watch, or listen to anything recently?
Do you know I did? I finished He Birth Upon It.
Oh, tell us more.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Oh my day. So you've obviously read it as well, haven't you?
Yes, Chloe Michelle Howard's book. Also one of my
Indeed.
bridesmaids.
Yeah. I suggested it for book club actually, so we will get there. We'll get all their opinions and lowdowns in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you share
I'll
yours
report back
now,
then.
Oh
my God, it's so good. It's so good. It honestly, it hooked me in from the start with the intrigue about the person. So it's, for those of you who haven't read it, read it. It's told from different people's perspectives. Kind of centering around this one family and the four siblings, and they're constantly referring to a person, and you're trying to figure out who this you is that they're referring to. So that fully intrigued me. And obviously the fact that they'd moved from one small town to another and you don't really know the whys around that. So it's all very intriguing. And then I just thought the end was...
I wanted to talk to you about it, but we won't do it.
Yeah, we'll do it another time. I was very near the end. I was going to bed on Saturday night. Owen wasn't home yet. Owen was out on Saturday night, and I was doing Tricot on Sunday morning. So I had gone to bed. Well, I didn't go to bed early enough, but then I started reading and couldn't stop. And then I was like, okay, I just have to put it down and just try and sleep. And then my brain was buzzing, so I just had to just pick it up and finish it. But yeah,
that's
very
the sign
good.
of a good book.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Go on, Claire.
So yeah, that's what I read. Anything? What about you? What are you reading, watching, listening to?
Oh, well, I saw Hail Mary.
Oh,
Project
is it
Hail
good?
Mary. It's brilliant. Yeah. It's actually
everyone's saying it's so good.
Fabulous. Apparently the book is even better. I actually didn't know it was a book.
No, me neither.
So I might listen to the audiobook. But it was really, really good. I loved it. It's so funny. I think obviously Ryan Gosling made it funny in the only way that he can. He was so personable. It was fabulous. I really, really enjoyed it. So
cool.
I was gonna go see the drama, the Robert Pattinson.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that's what I keep hearing about. I keep hearing about the controversy surrounding the drama, which has made me want to see the drama. Yeah.
Let's go see it this week and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, do you know the plot twist?
No, and I don't.
Oh, you don't know it?
No,
oh my God. Okay.
Know.
So the only reason I'm actually interested in watching it is because I know what the plot twist is, and I actually think that that's interesting. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I've done so much effort to stay. Anytime I see them come up on anything on social media, I'm like swiping away so fast because I don't want to see it. So
okay,
let's both go into it and then discuss it from there.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Stay tuned next week. Okay, I'm dying to talk to you about the ending of Heat Birth Upon It. So we will leave you guys here. So we don't want to give you any spoilers, but you call me back, okay?
I will. Also, okay. If you have any feedback on the podcast, do send us a message or have any questions for us. Let us know at letmeaskmysisterpod@gmail.com.
Whoop. Whoop. Bye.
Okay, call you back.
Love you.
Bye.